Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, we're going to be going over a EDC belt guide on what belts I've tried and what belts that are out there for you to buy in your EDC journey. I recently had a coworker that came up to me and commented on my belt video, and he was asking for suggestions. So that's kind of the whole premise of this video, is to show you what I've tried and what I think of belts. Now there's two things I look for in a belt. One is rigidity. Okay, is it a solid type of belt? What you're going to find is your old school leather belts, they fold rather easily, kind of like this one here. It kind of folds rather easily, and you don't want that in a gun belt because that's not going to be very comfortable and it's not going to hold up your gun very well. The second thing that I look for in belts anyway is how big is the belt buckle. If I am about to conceal carry, I am going to slide this belt buckle underneath the belt loop in my pants so I have a nice firm surface for the gun to hang on to. Okay, and if the belt buckle is too big, then there's an issue. I have to take the belt completely off and then readjust it to appendix carry position. And so that's the two things I look for in belts, is rigidity. I don't want too much rigidity, but I don't want too little. And I like a smaller belt buckle. All right, guys, let's go over my belts that I've bought, starting with my least favorite, going all the way up to my favorite. And like everybody out there that has owned a gun before, most of us have gone the Cobra buckle route before, and I was no different. Back when concealed carry was starting to get hot, Blue Alpha Gear was a very good company providing belts before a lot of these other belt companies came around. And now a Cobra belt is just simply a very, very durable, see if I can do that, very, very durable belt, and it's absolutely not going anywhere. It's a very rigid belt. In my opinion, it's too rigid for me. When I first put it on, I noticed that right away. If it's too rigid and you bend over, your stomach can get pinched in between the belt if it's too rigid. So I am not a fan of hugely rigid belts, and I just didn't really like the Cobra buckle. Okay, that left side, the male end that goes in, was a little too fat for my belt loops. So if I had to adjust this to conceal carry and bring it around to the side, I had to take the belt completely off and put it back on in order to do that. And so I wasn't a big fan of this. I'm glad I bought it and tried it. Some of you out there might be running this belt, and that's awesome. I'm just not a big fan. You're not even a concealed carrier if you haven't tried Core belts before, K-O-R-E. Core belts, fantastic belt company. I really like the company. I like the design because you can buy the belt buckles separate from the belts, and you can try different colors with different belt buckles. I have 3 of them. So 2 of these I use for weddings. So this black leather belt. What I really like about this company is that they have an adjust system on the inside. It's called a track system. Okay, let's see if I can get my face out of the way. There we go. The track system there, so you can do little tiny micro adjustments, which is really cool because it makes it a really versatile belt. And I really like that about this company. Now, one thing I'm not a big fan of is, yes, it is really rigid, but the ends of these leather belts are very sharp, and they can dig into your skin, dig into your stomach when you're bending over, when you're playing with your kids, when you're tying your shoes or whatever. It can dig into your skin, and I'd say this one probably digs in the worst out of all my belts that I own. The reason I like them for my suit is because I always have a tucked in shirt, and it does not pinch me when I have a tucked in shirt. So I have a black one here because I have a gray suit. I have a black one here, and I have a brown one as well that I both wear for weddings. I do carry a firearm during weddings, so it's really important to me to have some kind of gun belt. I also bought their nylon belt. Now their nylon belt is interesting in the fact that it is incredibly rigid. I mean, solid as a belt can be. It is an awesome belt if you're carrying a lot of stuff. If you have a really heavy firearm or you're carrying mags on your belt, plus your gun, plus a tourniquet, whatever, this is probably the most durable belt that I have ever bought, and it's great. I think it excels the most when you're shooting with an outside the waistband firearm. If you're out there practicing like I was with some of my coworkers, if you were out there practicing and you have outside the waistband on one side and you had mags lined up on the other side, this is a fantastic belt for that. Absolutely awesome. I'm just not, for concealed carry anyway, I was not a fan about how rigid this belt was. I didn't need that much rigidity to hold up a Glock 19 or a subcompact type of firearm. This belt is a Groove Life belt. You probably have heard of this one or you've seen this one sponsored somewhere. This belt is great for smaller types of firearms. Okay, it's an elastic belt, so it really pulls just like that. I really like it for golfing because it is flexible when you're twisting and turning in golf. This is a great belt to have. And I only carry my belt to the golf course and then I put it in my golf bag. And what I like about this belt is not only is it comfortable, but it's a magnet. Okay, it's held on by a magnet. You can hear it. That's the magnet part. And when this thing's on there, you can see the little hooks on the other side. See those two little hooks there? Those hooks keep it in place pretty well. Okay, so fun belt. I just saw that Groove Life made a leather belt with this magnetic buckle. I am very curious to get into that belt, to test that belt out. That seems pretty cool as well. My belt that I carry the second most, that I've had probably the longest, it's just a very simple aluminum belt here that has two slits that go through. So you're going to go through one side and it's going to pop through the other side. What I like about this belt is it's very simple. And the belt buckle is small, so it'll go through my belt loops if I want to turn it to the side to conceal carry. This one, kind of like the Groove Life belt, it's not incredibly rigid. This one is probably the least rigid out of all of them, but it is super comfortable when carrying a firearm. I can easily carry a Glock 19 all day with this belt. It's like borderline with this belt. And if I'm carrying my subcompact guns, I really like this belt because it is super comfortable. When I bend over, when I'm playing with my kids, tying shoes, doing whatever, this belt does not bother me at all. And that's what I really like it. Now, my number one belt that I wear probably the most, and it's funny, is because I try to stay away from Velcro, and of course this belt is Velcro. So this is the foundation belt from EDC Belt Company, and it's rigid. I'd say this is the perfect amount of rigidity for me. I can carry a full-size gun, I can carry a compact gun, I can carry no gun with this belt, and it'll be super comfortable as well. What I like about the back side of this belt that's not the rigid part is it's not elastic. It is a solid belt. It just happens that the front side is a little bit more rigid than the back side, and I really like that about this belt. Now, the Velcro might concern some of you. I don't want you to freak out about the Velcro, because if you wear this belt correctly and you put this belt through both loops, okay, it is perfectly fine. The Velcro is not even going to matter. Now, if you wear this thing wrong and you put it through just the one belt loop there, okay, and you bring it all the way around, okay, that's when you're using a lot of the Velcro. Okay, you don't want to trust Velcro when you're holding up a firearm, right? So if you put it through both loops, all of that strength is in the belt buckle now. So now if I pull it, it's not going anywhere, okay? The belt Velcro is giving out a little bit, but it is absolutely not going anywhere. Okay, I can't take that thing off if I wanted to. All right, fantastic belt. I'm not saying you have to get this one, but this one is by far my favorite out of all the ones I own. Super simple, super easy to put on, super easy to adjust, just enough rigidity. I absolutely love this one. If any of these belts intrigued you, please go ahead and check these belts out. I am not sponsored by any of these belt companies. They don't even know I exist. Let's be honest, I bought these belts when I didn't even have a YouTube channel. So if you like any of these belts, check them out on their websites. I'll try to post their websites down below to help you out a little bit. I get no commission from any of them. I just love EDC, guys. And I love helping you guys out. Finding you guys a good belt quicker is better than buying a bunch of belts and trying them all out. Because usually what happens is when you buy all these belts, most companies don't accept the belt back. So you pretty much are stuck with a belt if you don't like the belt. But anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this. If you post down in the comments, guys, if you have a belt that you really like and you want to share it with the rest of us, post it down below. That'll be awesome. That'll be a good conversation to have. I've had quite a few subscribers that have posted awesome recommendations for belts, and I've looked into quite a few of them. But if you guys like the content of this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Remember to train hard, get strong, be a protector. If no one said they love you today, I love you guys. God bless you all.